And in the end, neither side able to break the other down. St Pat's probably the better of it in the first half. Shells really came into it in the second. Had a couple of really good opportunities that were foiled by the St Patrick's Athletic goalkeeper Joseph Anang. And for the first time in 27 years, these sides have finished scoreless in the League of Ireland Premier Division. Damien Duff looks like he's pretty pleased with the point. And no doubt when he analyses it in the cold light of day, Stephen Kenny might be of a similar mindset. An entertaining game, but there was to be no winner under the lights at Richmond Park. Full time, it has finished. St Patrick's Athletic 0, Shelbourne 0.
Yeah, Duff love is a particularly intense brand of love, isn't it? Damien Duff definitely happy with the point and happy with how his team played this evening, judging by his reaction and his approach to his players there, the Shells manager. Didn't quite live up to the build-up, did it? Certainly didn't live up to the games last season between these two teams. But you just got the sense, Keith Treacy, I might be right or wrong in saying this, you can tell me, that did maybe both teams sort of feel that a point was okay as that game sort of came to a conclusion?
It felt like that as we got closer and closer to the end. It felt like both teams didn't want to risk going for the win because they really feared losing it. Look, and again, you see Damien Duff's reaction there. He's really physical with Ledwich. I think he's delighted to come to Inchicore and keep a clean sheet. And look, I think everybody's looking at these two teams as the front two runners for the season. And looked like a nervous performance from both, desperate not to lose. And I think Damien Duff would be delighted. I think you can see from his reaction there, they've come, kept a clean sheet, and out of Becco and cute towards the end. I think Shelbourne had the best two chances.
It'll be interesting to hear from him, won't it, Owen? Like, I thought he was literally going to have a go at this last there, but it was all in affection. The first half, even the stats actually bear this out in terms of compare first half to second half. That man's team, Stephen Kenny's team, dominated the ball and the chance. Second half, Shells had 60% of the possession. So what changed, or why was the swing between the two teams in terms of taking the initiative in that game?
Yeah, well, Pats came out second half fast again, but it didn't last as long as it did in the first half, and Shells really took the sting out of it. They started to really dominate the middle of that pitch. Wood, Chapman picking up great positions. McEnroy was everywhere picking up pieces alongside Lunny, and they couldn't play at that box and really dominated possession and just slowed the whole tempo of the game down. He touched on it there. I think Damien Duff came here just making sure we don't lose this game. Both sides probably be happy with the point at the end.
Is there an element for the managers at this stage of the season? Is it a lot about laying out markers and making statements in terms of what's to come down the line, and that Duff wanted his team not to, like, obviously not to lose, but not to feel inferior as the game went on?
Yeah, maybe. Like, and I'm sure he's kind of looked at the previous games. They kind of conceded some sloppy goals. There was none of that tonight. Obviously, they've kept a clean sheet there, but I think they kept Pats to shots from distance. Nothing clear cut really. Levy had a bit of a half chance when he ran through the middle of them, but no, he'd be really pleased with that defensive performance, considering he's missing some big players in those areas.
Yeah, no goals at Richmond Park. We will have goals from elsewhere to show you. We'll do our roundup from around the grounds in due course. Plenty of entertainment, though, between Pats and Shells, analysis and reaction from Richmond Park to come after this.